Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions coming at you here with a Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary. But this video is not about the gameplay. This is just here as a nice little bed to speak over. I've got some breaking, huge sporting news for you guys. This is absolutely huge in my world and probably across the nation. This is going to be some pretty big news in the coming days. So stay tuned for that. Just a quick note on this gameplay: I am using Overkill as my second perk, and I know a lot of you, if you're watching this very closely, you're going to say, hey Lefty, Overkill is a pretty pointless perk, or any perk that the main purpose or the main benefit is to allow the player to use two primary weapons off spawn is pretty much pointless, because you can do that anyway. You just have to wait till you find somebody that has dropped a primary weapon, and then you can swap out your secondary weapon. I know that, but I just decided to try to handicap myself a little bit, just to have a little fun, just to challenge myself and see if I could do just as well or even better with two primary weapons and only two perks, for the most part, for all intents and purposes, off spawn. So that is the point of this gameplay, and when you see Overkill in my gameplays, that is the overall point as well. I also do believe, though, to make up for that, I am running the Specialist Strike package. But anyway, on to the news. Derrick Rose, the point guard for the Chicago Bulls, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, has torn his ACL, his anterior cruciate ligament, the ligament in the knee, or one of the ligaments in the knee that is often associated with sports injuries. It usually means usually a long time out from any given sport when you see an athlete, again, tear their ACL. Derrick Rose, late in a game today, in April 28th, at the United Center against the Philadelphia 76ers, a playoff game in the fourth quarter, a minute 12 to go. That's right, a minute 12 to go in the game, not in the first quarter, not in the half. Well, in the half, but that would be the game also, because it was the second half. A minute 12 to go, with the Bulls up 12 points at home to the much-maligned Philadelphia 76ers. Derrick Rose was still on the court at that time, and after one of his trademark jump stops, crumpled to the floor of the United Center, and it has just been announced by the Chicago Bulls after an MRI that Derrick Rose has torn his anterior cruciate ligament, the ACL ligament, or the ACL, and he will be out for at least the rest of the playoffs. We don't know what is to come for next season for the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. We don't know if he's going to be back for any part of that, for the beginning, for a half. We have no idea, but for right now, Derrick Rose is out of the NBA playoffs, and you know, this is a crushing blow for a lot of people, really. Derrick Rose, believe it or not, I mean, outside of being the front man for the Chicago Bulls, besides being the catalyst for the Chicago Bulls, besides being that conductor of the offense, and really the piece that everything that is Chicago Bulls basketball flows through, he has been one of the budding superstars in the NBA. Of course, you have LeBron and the Big Three in Miami, and that is a huge contingent. That is a large fan base for the NBA. But outside of that, Derrick Rose has risen since his drafting a few years ago. Again, #1 overall. The Bulls won that lottery somehow. I have no idea either. Well, I'm sure David Stern knows. I'm sure David Stern knows exactly how the Bulls won that lottery, considering that Derrick Rose was the de facto #1 overall pick before pre-draft. But Derrick Rose has quickly risen to be one of the largest superstars in the NBA, one of the most identifiable players in the NBA across the nation and across really the world, because the NBA is, for the most part, a worldwide brand. It is consumed a lot in Europe and in Asia as well. You know, in Asia, Kobe Bryant usually reigns supreme, but Derrick Rose is up there too. Derrick Rose has been climbing those ranks, and what's more, Adidas just plopped down $260 million for Derrick Rose to be their front man. Michael Jordan was the face of Nike throughout his playing career, and Adidas, seeing the power of Derrick Rose, decided, you know what, we are going to make Derrick Rose ours. We are not going to allow Nike to jump on that bandwagon and bag two superstars from the Chicago area that are going to be, or for the Chicago teams that are going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time. We're going to grab Derrick Rose early. That's what they did. Their $260 million man is now out with an ACL tear. So he is definitely out for the remainder of the playoffs for the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose is, and I am going to guess that he is more than likely going to be out for a majority of next season, of the next NBA season. So sad news coming out of Chicago for the Chicago Bulls, the NBA, and a huge sporting conglomerate in Adidas. So it sucks to hear. I am a Chicago Bulls fan, full disclosure, and it just sucks because Derrick Rose was the key. Without Derrick Rose, the Chicago Bulls, they're nothing, so they better kiss their playoff dreams this year and probably next year for better or for worse. Goodbye. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. I am out.